And right off the bat, I should tell you that your application, your specific project, or your facility that you're managing may have a digital twin with more custom details, or this might be updated and may not have caught up with the updates in my video tutorials. But these are the basics that you will likely encounter. So if you don't know how to create such a layout, please check out the other video on how to customize your web application layout through widgets. That's the way to create actually expose the digital twin panel here. You started by clicking this widget, and it will log in to the digital twin using your web app login, because there are ways to access it remotely and independently, in which case you have to log in to the digital twin. Now I have a bunch of locations. You will probably not see these. In my case, I will visit 2 locations that I can share. The others are proprietary, so you can definitely visit our office and show you how the digital twin looks and operates. Right off the bat, you have a top-down view, and you have the digital twin 3D view, which you can hold down the left mouse button and move this around, wheel scroll to zoom in, and finally the right mouse button can be held down and dragged to rotate the digital twin. Now this is kind of basic. It shows the layout of our office space, and this also supports an animation, which I'm not going to be running here, where the load cell and the magazine locations, as they change, this character actually picks them up and moves them around. So that's the kind of interactivity you can definitely customize with the digital twin. Now in our case, I will select a box from here, and the digital twin will zoom in on the box and allow me to plot sensor data. I will do this in another example, not our office, but like selecting from the left allows you to interact with the digital twin. Or you can enter the twin in a 3D mode where you can use the movement buttons that are typical for games, WASD, and the mouse for motion. And you can approach different devices and click E to access the data once again. So you might also note that data can be accessed through the node list application as well, so there are 2 ways to do it. And if I click the floor plan again, I'm back to the first view. By clicking M, I'll be leaving here, and I will load another twin example. This is a bit bigger, multiple floors. So in which case, for example, here, this is a project room that we had for a national research project. So I can have multiple floors open, and I can view those, click, and zoom in, and this shows me where the sensor is located. So I'm just going to go to the other building, and instead of like scrolling around, I'm just going to click this button here and fly over and access this sensor here. So this has a bunch of different sensors hooked up to the same box. So what I can do is I can pick a value. In this case, this is for carbon dioxide. You can see the spikes at different places here. It allows me to create these plots. As mentioned before, I can also click this specific node and get access to the most recent data. So in a way, the digital twin and the Evolved.city application work in tandem. You can use either one for different tasks. For example, the carbon dioxide level could have also been plotted from here. And in which case, it also gives you a historical list of data instead of a plot, which is not available in the digital twin, but available in this widget here. But since all of these are accessible, you can just mix and match as you like according to the flow of your operations. So that was a very quick overview of the twin. One final note, you could also have an overview of the data in the twin, the different sensors, just by clicking this button, which gives you a very fast way to see if anything is out of the ordinary. You can set up warnings here. So that is a quick overview of how the digital twin interacts with your application. You can have a virtual tour, you can zoom in on locations of sensors, you can visualize their proximity to other points of interest, and you can walk around. Of course, this underlying infrastructure allows you to do things like simulations, conduct simulations, visibility analysis, have virtual agents walking around. So basically, this is like a sandbox with a lot of functionality that can be built on top of it because it's a rich representation of your current facility and also feeds it with real-time data. So there are a lot of things you can achieve with this setup. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in another tutorial video.